That's the last time I'm gonna make my bed. It's also the first time I made my bed in the last month, but you didn't need to know that. Alright, I got all my stuff packed. Pretty much, I got my suitcases. The only thing I have with me is my purse, so I think that's about it. Got all my chargers. And, I think it's about time. The only key I have left on the chain. Bye, house. That felt really weird. It still doesn't even feel real. I assume at some point it will feel real and I don't know, react in some way. But right now it just doesn't even feel like anything's actually happening. And to be honest, I don't know if it's because I've already had enough emotional outlet for the whole getting into grad school and moving over the last couple months, or if it's just everything else that's going on in the world that's left me kind of emotionally exhausted. But right now, I can't really feel anything. I don't even feel excited. I'm just tired. So, considering the fact that I won't be able to get a decent cafe con leche anytime in the next 2 years, I'm gonna go get one. And hopefully that'll fix the tired feeling. And then I'm gonna go down to my mom's. We're gonna park the car at my brother's house because we couldn't sell it before I left, and we'll just go from there. But first, coffee. This is a good cafe con leche. Stop going to Starbucks, people. Go to the Spanish supermarket. $2. It's the Miami airport, but like post-zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
So weird. So weird.
Yeah.
Through security. It took a long time at the checked bag place, and it was the normal stress at the clock-in place. But other than that, it seems to be going well. Okay, so that was the message telling everyone to wear a facial covering, which everyone is, and they are strictly enforcing it. The only exception seems to be babies. Even little kids are wearing them, just not babies. Everyone's keeping their distance. It's really weird walking through an airport when there's no one here. I mean, I've been in airports that are quiet, usually in the middle of the night, but it's just I don't know. It's creepy. There was a longer line than normal at the Air Portugal gate. I am usually in and out pretty quickly. I don't know what the holdup was. I think it might have something to do with the additional restrictions. I also don't know how much you're actually going to be able to understand of this through the mask, but it could be because of the additional restrictions. So the government of Portugal has required negative, I think it's molecular PCR testing, taken within 72 hours of your departure time. If you're staying in Portugal, if you're just transferring through, they don't require it, because then you're technically not entering Portugal, kind of. Anyways, so between that and additional country restrictions and all the rest of it, it just took a while. Anyways, my phone's been acting up, so I might lose all of this footage anyways. But now I'm here, and it is 6 o'clock, so I've been at the airport for a little over an hour, and I've got about an hour and 20 minutes until I'm supposed to board. So, or until we're supposed to depart, which means that boarding should start in the next half hour or so. There is an airplane outside right now. It says Air Portugal on the tail, so I could leave soon. I could leave in an hour. I don't know, but my biggest fears have been dealt with. I was able to get through security. Nobody gave me any grief over my bag size or weight or the fact that my Swedish citizenship is expired. So, anyways, short of me showing up in Stockholm and them putting me on a plane and turning me around, which is extremely unlikely, I think I'm in the home stretch. So if y'all don't mind, I'm just gonna chillax for a little bit.
While everyone was practicing social distancing in the airport itself, on the actual plane, because we were booked to full capacity, everyone was seated right next to each other, which means that we were all in very close proximity for an extended flight. In my case, multiple times, as I had to take 2 planes, one from Fort Lauderdale to Lisbon and one from Lisbon to Stockholm, both of which were booked to capacity. While everyone was wearing a mask upon boarding and most people kept their masks on throughout the entire flight, there was also a meal service, which meant that for 20 to 40 minutes, every single person on that plane, at about the same time, took off their masks to eat. That means several hundred people sitting in a sausage-shaped tube flying through the air were all breathing the same air for an extended period of time in very close proximity. This is part of the reason why, even though it's not required by the government of Sweden, I am enforcing a self-quarantine for as long as I'm able. I've isolated myself from everyone except for my dad, who I will be living with while I'm here, and I have procured a COVID test as soon as I was able. Hopefully I'll be able to get the results soon, and will have a negative result. But barring that, I don't want to take the risk that one of those several hundred people I was sharing air with on the plane could have potentially been a carrier. It's simply not a risk I'm willing to contemplate.